subscribe. Welcome. If you don't know, my name is Mr. Hall, shamanic artist, master healer, author, founder, mentor, leader, many things, many titles. No title really defines me just yet, as reality is still catching up to define what I am. Either way, and I'm here with another channeled message. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers. Appreciate you. I really don't like to call you subscribers. If you're a subscriber, get out of here. I'd rather definitely have true supporters, those leaders, entrepreneurs, spiritualists, healers. But either way, the messages here are universal and for an entire collective, collectives, perspectives. So take what you need from this and leave the rest. Also, anything you take, you share back, okay? It's not just a free-for-all, right? Energetically speaking. So, and this has a point, because as soon as I begin the video, I begin to channel. So this Western philosophy of understanding consciousness, our way of being, learning each other, and more is changing. You may also be going through some growing pains. This may be of a spiritual nature. You want to look into that as well, okay? You may be feeling a lot lighter. There may have been a lot of density going on recently. I'm also picking up the imagery of an individual shifting through timelines. I'm also picking up the energy of an individual shifting through timelines. So this individual may be yourself, a person, place, or thing external to you. I'm hoping you all can hear me clearly because the phone... Let's see. Okay, so it definitely appears that you have, with going through and shifting through, as far as this individual aspect of yourself, through these dimensions of growth, right? Spiritually, I'm picking up very heavily the angle and the perspective on where you're seeing and defining yourself and intelligence is changing. Okay, this sign may be significant for someone. Someone may do this. So this may be, I'm picking up Pacific Islander or a Shaka. I'm picking up Shaka energy, which is, I believe, a part of a specific indulgence. Some of you may be indulging in specific energies. No shade, no judgment. But Shakas may be significant as well. Okay, something may be a shocker. Okay, something coming to light, something coming to fruition, and this may be on a collective scale. Yeah, a completion leading to a new beginning. I'm picking up on a collective scale. So that individual that came to mind, as far as getting into the shade, may be a collective, as far as society finally being able to reach a place of equilibrium, no matter where you are on the spectrum timeline, within race, economic stance, political perspective, either way. Okay. So the song Ring My Bell may also be significant, where I picked up on this indulgence. So definitely some sacral creative energy happening. I'm going to get the tarot deck. Bear with me. Let's see. Okay. We're going to use the Hermetic Tarot. Okay. And then also the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. I grabbed this one as well. So I'm picking up that you're seeing yourself in clearer vision. If you look, well, you may have opened portals with this interdimensional travel that I mentioned, and you have now come into a space where you are unfiltered as far as rose-colored glasses. in your perceptions and the way you perceive yourself, others, things of this nature. Yeah. So it looks like for some of us, and this was definitely a theme coming up for me on multiple channels. Remember to click the link in the bio to check out my book, The Perception Project, to help with a more inclusive perception and a widening of your consciousness. It's a 2-in-1 book series that will be continuing shortly. So anyway, that may be of relevance to you. So we had the Nine of Pentacles reverse, okay? And with this card, I'm picking up that there may have been in the recent past some perceived loss of finances or some perceived loss of abundance, or specifically around monetary energies, okay? So something to do with pentacles, all right? Confirmation. So, but there are new winds coming to this, okay? New winds as far as breeze, new life, and breath being stolen on this, and interruptions are snapped out. And also, aside from new winds as far as breeze, there may also be new wins as far as winning, right? I'm picking up winning. So Charlie Kirk came up as well, but I'm picking up that may be related to something outside. That's another topic. You can check into Patreon. I'll address that later. So just making a note for later. You may have also notated something. You're being guided to go check back into some notes. You're going to find the answer to some question that you may have had in a note. Either you physically wrote this down or digitally. And this does make sense as well because we have the Hermit. All right, so you're really tapping into, and Magus of the voice of light, Ra, I'm picking up. So definitely picking into some Egyptian energies, okay? So picking into, so a deep dive into this history, I'm picking up almanac, very separate and very different, but the almanac connecting to this history that you have as far as a codex for your way to be, as far as a way of being in this reality, okay? So really new portals opening up, you shifting through, simultaneously being able to see yourself in multi-dimensional perspectives, and then recollecting to what you perceived as a loss in the recent past, monetarily, especially with the Seven of Cups here, and Lord of Illusionary Success, right? You're stepping out of the illusion of what success meant to you, and really stepping into, I'm picking up true work, okay? But let's shuffle the cards. So that was the recent past. So there was some type of illusion around either failure, success, right? Okay, so I split the deck and I just want you all to see this because we have the 10 of Cups now, right? Where you're stepping into the Lord of perfected success. So really stepping into your true work. I mean, ultimate wish fulfillment, Pisces energy, everything's flowing, the most advanced, the most interconnected fluidity that you can have, right? You're stepping into this 10 of Cups energy, and then this divine feminine energy, being receptive to the Princess of the Echoing Hills. So really taking reign over, I'm picking up really taking reign, okay, over your finances, over these pentacles, really trashing that past of perceived success or the illusionary success that most of society was defining reality on. And that system is changing. I had a specific word in mind, but I'll just go ahead and go with changing. I want to confirm something. So with these systems changing, it's now having the trickle-down effect. If you've ever worked in a corporate environment or setting, you would definitely understand that. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. 5 of Cups reversed. Okay. Ace of Cups reversed. So some type of wish fulfillment. Okay. So All right, so we're tapping into a bit of darker energy. So when I picked up on that indulgence, we have the Lord, Lord of loss and pleasure. Okay, so with this energy, I'm picking up some type of sadistic energy because it did come reverse, right? Which is, if you look, we have the symbolism representing Lucifer and or the devil, things of dark nature, right? Coming up, and the cups are then feeding themselves intrinsically, right? And it's a false illusion coming back to that past energy. But in the near future, I'll show you how this connects. You're getting the Ace of Pentacles, right? Some type of wish fulfillment, okay, on the material plane. Becoming Lord of the root of the powers of earth. Okay, so we're definitely talking to, depending on where you are in the timeline, ooh, you definitely have mastered this matrix, okay? Yeah, Lord of loss and pleasure. So when this is upright, Five of Cups, what I'm picking up, and remember I read the tarot cards intuitively and also get the messages channeling through omnikinesis, but either way, what I'm picking up is that you may have been binded to some illusion in the recent past, and currently you're going into this hermit mode where you are really having a kundalini awakening, talking about that indulgence and pleasure. You may be partaking in some type of sex magic. There may be other things and other practices that are taking place to help you with this. There could be up to 5 people that were involved that have gone reverse, so those cups are now emptying and you are filling yourself back up with clarity, okay? And you are taking action in this, and what I'm picking up is the perception of what is good is bad and what is bad is good. That whole dichotomy and that whole perspective is now being almost placed on a shelf. I'm picking up, I see the imagery of a shelf, and so being on your left side, the receptive part of your body, it looks like it's, since it's being placed on a shelf, you now have this time to go into hermit. And I'm really picking up with this stone, the Philosopher's Stone may be significant, okay? The stone here. And then also, and would that be the left? No, the right. Right. So even in the imagery here on the card, what I was picking up is that since this shelf, you're putting this dualistic nature on the left side of yourself, right? It's healing, it's being received and healed through the divine feminine energy, and now this camera is zooming in and out, right? It may be a bit of a tricky process for some of you right now, but either way, you are, if you look, you see the snake, right? Getting from higher frequencies, receptivity coming from higher frequencies, okay? And the balance, coming from balance to absorb that negative toxic energy of the Lord of loss and pleasure, okay? From this scorpionic energy, this dark, dense energy of rebirth, and now it's being purified through the Gemini energy. I'm sorry, and that may be significant. And also saying I'm sorry may be significant as well. So you're stepping out of this apologetic frequency that you gained understanding from that Lord of loss and pleasure, those times and places where things may not have been aligned and these illusions were coming to light, so you kind of crashed out. I'm picking up lost rage and things of this nature, whatever the Gen Z may be significant. Either way, I digress. That has been transmuted and received, okay, by your energetic body, by your spiritual body, by your ancestors, by whatever and all things that you consider the most high, most almighty, and that's being transmuted. And now you have space to be in hermit, to get into the energy of this Ace of Pentacles, this true Ace of Pentacles. I'm picking up true work, okay? You've separated yourself from the illusion of duality, and now you have added space for non-duality. Let's go ahead and put it that way. I'm also picking up Buddhism, Buddhist practices, okay? And remember, we are an omnikinetic channel, so there's illicit, inclusive. So there may have been something that individuals could be found guilty by association is what I'm picking up, okay? This guilty by association energy. Yeah, so you're going fiercely into the near future with the Queen of Wands energy, okay? Queen of Throne of Flames, all right? So you're definitely just empowering, and you are now an embodiment and a living code a living activation to success and true success, right? Show gratitude. Yeah. And this may have come about because you were grateful for everything that you did have, for all that you've gone through. I'm picking up owning your pain as well. That came up earlier. Wrote about that on one of the other channels as well. So, yeah. You possibly made a wish, and that wish is coming true. That wish is coming to fruition. That wish has already been true, and it is now manifesting into the 3D plane for you to truly enjoy outside of any of these illusions. Yeah, and the shadow reverse. It's you conquered your shadow. You conquered some perception of shadow. You integrated it, right? Even I'm picking up there is no win or lose, right? You integrated the shadow. You learned what you needed to learn from this space and place, and now you know and have ownership, power over, with, and so many layers to this, but apply it where it fits, okay? And confirmations for you all. So the numbers 43 may be very significant. The number 35 may be significant. The number 8 may be significant. Yeah, 8 may be significant. 8 specifically, okay? So you may be seeing 8 as well. But this infinity symbol and the loop and the pattern, okay? So simultaneously, you have separated yourself from the pattern, the loop, the cycle that just keeps going. And it may have brought out your shadow, because now that you've separated yourself from the loop, you have full control and space and autonomy to create. And this may have been a lonely space. This may have been a very empty and vast space. So it's a bittersweet moment, but you ultimately end in gratitude because you understand from a higher perspective, not as higher as better or lower as less, but from a more inclusive perspective, that all is well. I'm picking up, that's what came to me. All is well. That all is well. It is what it is the term that was coming to me. It is what it is until it's not. And that's so that may be significant for someone, okay? So water reverse, okay? There may be something very significant about Hermeticism, Hermetics, okay? Sacred symbolisms as well, as we have the triangle here. So some type of Trinity, some type of divine knowledge. Again, I'm picking up this coming through to you. Pink Floyd may also be significant. I'm picking up the imagery there of that album cover with the rays coming out of it, okay? The prism. So you may have an artifact or yourself, an energy within you, able to combine, I'm picking up combine complex issues, complex perspectives, and break them down into multifaceted, easily to digest ways of communication. And without even words, you may be able to communicate this, because I'm picking up the third eye, so telepathic communication. I'm picking up much more on the more advanced or more aware aspects and timelines of the human, and the energies and frequencies obtained and within all of them. So this magus of light, yeah, you've connected with the voice of light. Oh, wow. So you've combined earth. I'm picking up earth. So earth may be significant. You may be an earth sign also, but earth as a planet, as a whole totality and living being, right? An energy and a frequency. You've combined that with water and fire. You've combined these two separate elements. I'm picking up oil doesn't mix with water. Well, you showed us that it does. That's the energy that I'm picking up. And now you have the lenses to see. I'm picking up the lenses to see. Okay, that's what it's coming out to. And you know what? Let's see. Oh, it will stop. So I gotta have two phones, guys. Let's see. I'm going to, this is very significant. Okay, so I'll share that later. Another download. Something is a sharp relief. Yeah, you've gone through some type of situation where, yeah, now you're just focused. Yes. So you've gone through some type of sharp release, okay, to get this relief that you are experiencing now, okay? Sigil magic may also be significant. I'm also picking up chaos magic. There may have been something spatted at you, okay? Number 12 is very significant, and number 3, okay? So a completion, again, when I'm picking up the so much information at once. I'm picking up the 12 zodiac signs, even though, and there has been identification of officious. You all correct me in the comments if anything. But and you've overcome something, even yourself, or what you thought or perceived to be an issue. You've overcome it, released it. Okay, coming may also be very significant, and this is in the X-rated context of fucking. And now you're able to focus. You're able to really focus. Okay, on the truth. And this is the truth. I pick up the Ace of Wands with this. Okay, all of these colors may be significant as well. You can pause the video to get back into them, but for now, and I will be leaving this reading here. I really want to continue, so I'm going to take it over to Patreon. If you want to get involved in the Patreon, go ahead. This is where we can explore it more freely, and from there we definitely tap into more of what this is telling us. What is now? What is now in space for you, in alignment with you, that you have ascended, essentially. Hats off, right? I'm picking up crown energy, reward energy. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Oh yeah, we're gonna go. Okay. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and check out the other channels. Check out the book. Okay, that's after. Gotta come to the Patreon for that one. And sending very positive energy, positive vibes. Ooh. All right, we're gonna go into that on the Patreon. All right, tribe. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Sending good energy. Bye-bye.